Now let's see how to create the vendor master report with the new ABAP syntax. In the previous session on the vendor master report, I had used the complete procedural concept and we have created the classical vendor master report by selecting data from different database tables like from LFA1, ADR6, ADRC, T005T, that is a country table, and a state table. Now in this we'll see how to create the same report with the new ABAP syntax. In this our selection screen will be same, but the remaining part I will do with the new ABAP syntax, like selection of vendor, vendor name, company code, all the fields, and only single email ID I will be selecting and a single mobile number. So I will use the same selection screen even in the new ABAP syntax. I don't require discount. So when using the new ABAP syntax, so no need to declare the internal table in the work area. Directly I will write here is start of selection, let's say end of selection, perform get underscore data. Now from the selection screen we'll get the listener, that is the vendor ID and the company code. The first two table we have to join with the inner join concepts, and the remaining table will join. First three field will be formed with the inner join concept, and remaining all the field will be left outer join. This means that even if the data is not there in the remaining field, if email is not there or mobile number is not there, the data should come based on the record in the LFA1 and the LFB1 table. Okay, so the first two table will use the inner join, and the four remaining one it will be a outer join. So let's write here, select from A, that is the listener. From A again it is name 1, that is my second field, and from LFB1 it will be BUKRS. Let's write here for information, from LFA1. Second, from B table I want only BUKRS, LFB1. Then my third table will be the ADRC. From ADRC I want to select street, city and postal code. I want to select street, city and postal code from third table. So I will write here as C. We can also use directly table name like ADRC, like that, C. From the ADRC table I am going to select the street, city and postal code. First I am mentioning all the fields. Country and state will be this respective table. Now let's write first ADR6, that is the email address, SMTP underscore ADDR, D SMTP underscore ADDR. Okay, and we have to add comma separated when using the new ABAP syntax. So it is mandatory to use all the field by comma separated. Then from E table, that is the ADR2, I want to select the mobile number, that is tel underscore number. So from E I am going to select tel underscore number. Write down here, this is ADR6 and this is ADR2. Then after that, for the country, from the T005T, the country field, country description field is land X50, but this field I want to display as a country. So for that we have to write syntax like this. From, let's say, F, I want land x. From F, here we'll select from database this field but display as country. Okay, so if you want to display the database field with a different name, we have to write syntax like this. Select this field as country. Similarly, my G field will be the state, and state I am going to select from the T005U table, and the field is BEZEI. as state. Now we have to write, so this, till now we have mentioned all the fields from each table which we want to select. Now we have to give the join condition. This is T005T and this is T005U. Now we have to give the join condition. From LFA1 as A, inner join LFB1 as B, first two table. Then we have to give the on condition, which is the foreign key which will map both the fields on A listener equals to, that is the B listener. This will be the join condition. Then here I will join the left outer join. Left outer join. Left outer join ADRC as C on C, which is the matching field between the ADRC and the LFA1. It is the address number. So my C address number field equals to ADR NR field, and we'll also write the left outer join ADR6 as D on with the same condition, that is D address number equal to ADR NR. Then again I want to write left outer join, that is ADR2 as E on again the same condition as E address number equal to ADR NR. So instead of multiple select queries, we are selecting everything in a single select query. Okay, now finally, now two table left. Now we have to write left outer join, that is F, left outer join T005T as F on, here we have to give the join condition between T005T and the ADRC, because from the ADRC table we are going to select first the country ID and the state ID. Then that country ID and state ID we have to pass to T005T and T005U for selecting the respective description. That's why we have to here we have to make the join condition on T005T and the ADRC. So in the T005 table we also have the language key, that is SPRAS equal to, here we have to write the @. If you're using the new syntax, new ABAP syntax, then for the host variable we have to add @. Okay, so for the SPRS, the language we are passing from the system language as for the login language, and now you have to add the condition, that is my land key land1 equals to my ADRC table is C and the matching field is country. Okay, and finally the last will be left outer join T005U as G on condition against the language key, that is the SPRAS equals to @SYSI, that is the system and the language, and we have to give the country ID and the state ID. Then here we pass as first the country ID, because for selecting the state we have to also pass the country ID, that is the land 1 equal to the country ID from ADRC, and also we have to pass the state ID, that is G wave icon and B land. From C hyphen, that is the region. Now till now we have defined the field which we want to select. We have given the join condition from, that is the source tables from where we want to select. Now we have to give the into table. For new ABAP syntax we have to write @data in the bracket, give the table name. Whenever we are selecting from database with new ABAP syntax, we have to use @data, and in the bracket give table name. Now finally we have to give the where condition, where my a listener in s underscore listener. Here also we have to give the @ sign, and BUKRS in @s underscore, that is the BUKRS. Give the full stop to close the syntax. Save. Check. No component exists with the name city. Okay, so I have to check the ADRC table. I think it is city 1. Okay, it is city 1. We'll write as city 1. Now again save and check. No syntax error. Activate. Now once we get the data into this table, we can write the display icon. We can write the display syntax which we have used in the previous report, that is CL underscore demo underscore output equal to sign and then greater than, then write display bracket. Inside this bracket give the table name from which we want to display the data. Here we don't have to read @ and data because we have already declared with new ABAP syntax at this level. Again check and activate. For giving the text to the selection screen for this listener and BUKRS, go to text element, selection text. Here select from dictionary, activate, go back, execute, enter the vendor ID here, the same vendor ID which I used last time, 80 and 81, execute. So we can see the output here. This is the listener, name 1, city, SMTP, etc. And as I mentioned here, the country and the state. Okay, that's why it is appearing in that level. Remaining field we can see the as it is. Now let's say for every vendor we want to see only single ID, only single record we want to see. Here because this first vendor is having the two email ID, that is ABAP 1 and ABAP 2, and the two different mobile numbers. That's why it is coming multiple times. Okay, so we can divide as we can sort the data and delete the adjacent duplicate based on our requirement. So here I will delete the record based on the vendor ID, email and mobile number. Okay, so let's see what is the impact of that. Here I will write as sort GT underscore list by listener SMTP underscore ADDR and Telnar underscore number. You can do one more change here. So instead of this SMTP underscore ADR, we'll write as email, and we'll write here as mobile. So it is easy to understand from the output screen. For all the field we can do like that. Okay, but for understanding I shown both the concept. In this case the text will come from the data element, and in this case this will come as output text. So now I will sort by listener, email and mobile, and I will write here that is delete adjacent duplicates from gt underscore list comparing listener, email and that is the mobile. Save, check and activate. Now again test the same record. So now we can see this is a unique record because with ABAP 1 this is one unique email ID and the first mobile number, and then again ABAP 1 but with the second mobile number. Okay, so based on our requirement we can write the sort and delete adjacent criteria. So we can do one more thing. Let's say now we want to see only single record of each vendor, we don't want multiple record. So for that, instead of here we will write comparing listener. I want only single record of each vendor. Okay, so here also no need to add this what we say fields, but there is no issue because by default it is going to sort with the listener. Activate the code. Now see the impact. Now you can see only two record, for the 801 record and for the 81 second record, and we can also see the email 1 and the mobile here. Okay, so in this way, by using the new ABAP syntax, we don't have to declare any internal table here. I not declare any internal table here, and also all the complete logic which were done in the previous report, that is ZUD underscore vendor master. If you see here, we have declared the lot of types and internal table first, and then we have selected data from the different table. Okay, based on the requirement or based on the functional specification, this concept is also required many times, because if you remember here, I shown two email IDs, okay, and two mobile number, but this time with the new ABAP syntax, we have done everything without declaring any internal table, and complete logic we have written in a single select query with the left and the inner join, and also we have displayed the output. So in this way we can use the new ABAP syntax for creating different kind of simple reports. Thank you.